Devil's Wing. Somebody's in a good mood, and I actually need to pull that over so I sound better. Good morning to everybody. Congrats to Alpha on the first. Hello to Was It with its cup of tea, and for reducing VIP for everybody else. Hey up, Grax. Yes, you can. Yes, so I did do a little bit of research. There seems to be an issue between when you're streaming at 2K and vertical. Some people can't access it correctly. If I reduce back down to 1080p, it works. So, okay, we'll do that. We'll just do that. So, you have got a slightly different view to the rest of us. If you want it, you've got the vertical view, which will capture everything. So, yeah. Hello, Salia, and hello, Was It again. So, today we're here to do some fun stuff, have a relax, have a chill. There's no pressure today. Today is all about the build, all about getting the quality of the build right and everything else. I do need to put my hair into pigtails, but it will be proper behind me pigtails today. So, please be aware of that. Yes, it is definitely a chill day, was it? I am quite cold today. To the stage of my big fan behind me is actually on the lowest, and the fan that's here is also pretty goddamn low, but that one isn't plugged in, so that one will die at some point during the stream. We are building two models today. First of them is Captain with Bolter. Well, I say it's Captain with Bolter. You can use it as a lot of different things. And the second one is Mr. Roboute Guilliman. I mean, Roboute Guilliman. Guilliman. Either or. We can insult him quite happily. Your AC is at 2,000%. God damn it. Yes, I am loving the temperature at the moment. For those that don't know, the UK's temperature has massively dropped. Yes, Roboute Guilliman syndrome. These people that ask for commissions don't really get a say in it, do I? Right, let's get the pigtails set up. Hair, come on. Right. Split about there. Nah, even though I did joke with them of I fucking hate blue. As anybody will tell you, if you've painted for long enough and done commissions for long enough, or worked in an industry where you are constantly being force-fed, oh, these are the best, which Ultramarines for so goddamn long were, you effectively get to the stage of hating the colour, but knowing exactly what to do to make it look insane for no effort. Like, what I need to do prior to finishing this is order some weathering powders in, because I've got none at the moment. But that's going to come start of the month. I'm going to order the weathering powders in. And I'm going to go a stage beyond what anybody that's just doing these as painting commissions would ever do, and actually do proper weathering. I can tell you now, you go, you look, hey up baby doll, you look at like anywhere else, you would be looking at, oh, you want weathering on your model, add about $1,000. Right, there we go. But the weathering wouldn't just be, oh, add about $1,000. It would literally then be, okay, we'll now weather the boot. No. If you're going to do models for very high level, when it comes around to weathering, you want to weather the shit out of it. You do weathering on the sword edges and everything else. And thank you for the hug there, baby doll. And there is Skelly with his cup of tea. I hope it is a good cup of tea for you. Enjoy your meeting, buddy. Well, don't forget, we can chat about weather and stuff. Yes. Yes. I've already got the beginnings of my list. Yes, we have pigtails. We have pigtails. We are at 6. Actually, that 6 should be 0. Let me update that. I forgot to poke a button this morning. That should be a 0. Because we are not in last week. We are in this week. It resets on a Monday. God damn it. Enjoy the alert, baby doll. Where are we for the week? 0. Save. But do you like the fact that it now tells you everything is now updated, Salia? What I'll do. I actually can't pin that, but I am going to pin something else. Boop. Boop. And there's that one. And then we're going to grab it. We're also going to go through that on YouTube. Because for some reason, the bot doesn't want to work on both sides. Drop that down. Is that perma-pinned? I think it is. Yeah, enjoy. Sindri, enjoy, buddy. But we got to pay. You've always got to hit the big red button. The joke is, I now have 2 red buttons on my desk. Well, technically red buttons. See if one will... Oh, I can't get that one to reach. Let's see if I can get this one. There, just in this corner. I have 2 buttons on my desk like that now. Wonder what they're for. To turn on the PCs. They're literally to turn on the PCs from the other side of the house. Right. So, we are building today. I am testing a vertical stream setup, which is... Boop. Those in vertical should now see in vertical. But, there we go. So, let's clear a little bit of stuff away from the desk edge. Because we won't need it. We'll need that. We'll need that. Tools for today. Clips. Deburrer. Oh. God damn it, Salia. What did you do? Gave out 20 community... Thank you, Salia. God damn it. God damn it. We've already got a hype train. It definitely isn't the right level because we're at a level 5 hype train. Off the bat. Thank you so much. You're a gentleman and a scholar. What the... God damn it, Salia. Thank you very much, sir. You're a gentleman what are you doing? Stop it! No. Fuck's sake, Salia. Alright, let's scroll. I've got to scroll for a minute, guys. Holy shit, Salia, thank you so much there. Well, that looks like, I think that's another month of pigtails already. I'll catch up. So we've got what else? 73, Spectre, Halgea, Minds Afoot, Jabba AI. I know who that is. Sheepdog, Backstage, Was It, Pan, Cam Lotion, Luke, Tomper, Druma, Avenge, SW Fan, Donzi, Swagger Player Zero, Kylo, Kev Mac, Crunkle, Phantom, Next Set, Legion of Unholy Bacon. Now that is a name. That is a name. Inspectorate, Darker Bubba, TK, Zanfor, Pumpkin, Diesel, by the looks of it, potentially, Aqua, Mini, Nathamra. I'm butchering these names. Graying, Dylan, Kabuto, Cypher Mangoes. I think that's Mango. Foxstar. Where are we up to? Letters and numbers. R. Dracano. Wolf. God damn it. Who else is adding to it? Claire. Thank you. I will get to catching up. Yep. God damn it. For fuck's sake. Did not expect this today. Coming to Vertical to see everything is working. Thank you, Grax. Right. Ark. Shadow Dan. Big Deal. King of Losing. And Johanzi. I'm murdering names here, by the way. Yeah. Right. Thank you for the gift from Tompa. Spook. Is not the time to call the pig. Yeah, we've added another month to pigtails. Yeah. Yeah, yep, Tompa, this occasionally does happen. And every goddamn time it breaks me and is like, we are at a new record for the stream at like level 9, which is like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened? And it just happens. Like, okay. But Claire, thank you again. Ketchup, Maps, Rico, Nellis as well, Donut. I haven't seen Donut in a while. Lord Megatron, Sol, Elk, Hessingo, and Nemagron. Hey up, Dovecake, welcome, buddy. So where are we? Grex, I did warn you that this would happen. Yes, I know. You have a hype train. Well, I got here. How could I not contribute? God damn it. yeah, I'm not passing it. I'm not passing it, buddy. Definitely not. But thank you so much, guys. Like I said, hype trains are always really, really appreciated so goddamn much. And sometimes it is just really good. And Claire, thank you for the 500 bits there. You may also find you may have access to another badge now, or very, very close. Or an emote. It's an emote, I think. But yeah. So today, the chair worked. I'm happy with that. I saw the chair through the YouTube screen. We have fixed the raid bot. You'll notice on the Discord last night, you may not have noticed, you may, I did add a new channel. It is so that I can make notes as I'm going, as I'm streaming, that say what's broken, and then I can keep it up to date and update it. The raid bot was fixed late last night. The Jar Jar bot is on the list. I have already got an idea for that, and I'm going to go to a whole new level with it. So that's all been added. There's so much that I want to do, so much fun shit that I want to build. But thank you guys so much for the hype train today. It has made my day. It has made my day, guys. But yeah, holy shit. What a way to start a stream. What a way. Like, we're 22 minutes in. This has gone off. We've added 75. We're at 75 of 300. And that bar moves automatically, guys. And I'm already now thinking, just from that, I may be able to bring the value for that very top bar down a bit. Because that's what I use that for, is that 415 that we've got left to get would finish the whole build for this camera. This one. This one right here. The one I'm pointing at. It would actually put that directly vertical. It would give it all its independent lighting, and it would also give me full lighting controls. So I can move the shadow. Sounds stupid, but what it would do I would be reassigning a couple of these. As you know, I've got full controls over here. But when we're doing painting streams, we'd have one where I can just twist and move the shadow round. So as we're painting these, I'll be able to move the shadow to check it. Stop poking you in the eye. And thank you, Tomper, for the bits there, buddy. And there we go. We had a level 9, 42% hype train, which is the highest hype train we've ever had. So I am going to keep track of that. Come here, Discord. Come here. Boop, boop. And boop. There we go. There is the new record stored. So thank you so much, guys, for that. It's always massively appreciated. Hype trains with me don't happen often. And getting something like a level 9 hype train on a Monday morning, well, Monday afternoon for me now, is a little bit unheard of. Just a smidge. So thank you so much for that, guys. It makes the day. So we're going to start. We'll start with the this one. I'll show you the way I get into the packs. Technically, it's not the right way. But it just makes it a bit easier to get into them. Especially blister plaques. Rip. Rip. And then grab that. Come on. My strength is fucked off today. Wow, they have made blister packs a lot stronger. It used to be, once you'd done the rip across the top, you could just tear it down the side. Doesn't want to at the moment. So, grab that. Grab that. And this. So, we'll start with the easy one. Remember, guys, this plastic technically is recyclable. Technically. But if you've got the paper bit in it, it technically isn't. So please, if you are doing these, separate them, put them into your recycling, and get them done. I have a recycling box that will go in. So, let's have a look at this. This is a pre-build. Let's look. You. That's going to make that awkward to paint. So, I would usually recommend having blue tack. I have none right now because I may have killed my blue tack supply last night. I may have been putting a lot of other models together for a commission that I'm not allowed to do on stream. So that one has eaten a lot of blue tack today. But yeah, I do prefer being able to do these on stream. I really do. Right, there's that one. There's my reply. God damn it. Right. This is going to be interesting. Right. We'll move that to there. I'm going to pour myself a drink. Now, be grateful a certain G wasn't here for that. Because G would go into mod view to find out who sent that. The joys of mod view, eh? Right, let's do this. So, yes, right, hang on. What we'll do. What we can do. Move it to there. Yeah. What I do want is the lighting for this, guys. Because I'll tell you now, although I could do this and up that brightness, it's not exactly what I'd want. And at the moment, the lighting that I used to use is back here dealing with this, because if I cover this, we might get away with that, actually. Come here. Come here. Ah. Right. There we go. Unfortunately, it does mean there is a bright spot here. But it does mean now that I can see better. There we go. This is where, I'm going to be honest, I didn't use these tools for years. I would go and use a knife. Now, knifing out that, I can get it to focus. Knifing out that shin would take a while. With this, you've got all the different radiuses that you can use. And what it means is you can move along and completely eliminate everything really easy. And like you can smooth so quickly in comparison to with a knife. Granted, I still will get files out on this probably this evening to super smooth it. But I'll do that off stream because you guys do not want to see how I file, because I know full well I'll be told what the fuck, and I don't like filing on stream. The only thing you will miss on stream is me putting the base paint on, because I won't base paint on stream. Mainly because it's so goddamn hard to have a setup to do that. So there will be one stream where you'll come in and there'll be like an off-white or a black or a grey, or they may already be a base blue. Depends how I feel and which way I want to go with it. I'm probably thinking these are going to be an off-white. To go to the right, actually, ultramarine's blue, it's probably best to go up from white. And yes, we are painting these as full-on Smurfles. Remove that mold line. Check there. So remember, guys, when I do commission paints and everything, you can do ! commission to pull up the form. You can fill in. They are cheaper when they're on stream. I've been told by many people they are too cheap. That's fine. The reason I will offer the ability to have them off stream is because some people don't want their custom army being shown. If you're having it done on stream, you are not called out. It's just, we are doing a Roboute Guilliman and a Space Marine Captain. That's all anybody ever knows. If you want to call yourself out on stream for the commission, that is fine. I'm just going to say, I will never, in a million years, out you for a commission. So if you do want a Guilliman, that is up to you. That is your call. Nothing to do with me. Right, let's get on with this. So there will be sections of this that I will not be building today because I will be painting them separated. But yeah. So in a million. So in a million and one you will. So in a million and one you will. No, I really wouldn't call anybody out. Like, I have done enough paint commissions now to know there's always a reason why somebody wants it private. And you may never find that out. It may be. Yeah, I know. But it's like, sometimes it is literally just they want a nice looking army that is theirs for tournament. Sometimes it's because they want to be able to say, oh yeah, I painted this. Now, the only thing I will say there is that is incredibly dishonest. Absolutely dishonest as shit. And I have to, by how I work, there will be photos of every commission I've ever done, whether it's private or public. Only the ones that are public there will be photos of on Instagram and all that sort of thing. But the private ones are on a board which judges of painting competitions that I know have access to. They just have straight access. They can go and look. They don't have a name of who ordered it or anything like that. Yeah, yes. A certain person got me. Who was anonymous? Or is that anal anonymous? No, anal anonymous, we know who anal anonymous is. It is definitely somebody that's anal anonymous, though. I mean, yeah, that one. That one. Pop that there. A lot of these, I'm probably not going to be gluing most of the model together. I can glue... I don't even really want to glue that in. Damn. An only mouse. Yeah, it might be an only mouse. It could have been an only mouse. If they say they did it to... Yeah, so this is... So because I can paint to a stupid standard, I am basically... If I ever enter Golden Demon now, I'm trapped in the open category. Which is as hard as it gets. Basically, open means, holy shit, this is going to be a rough fight. Doesn't matter, it's going to be hard. Now, does that mean I always paint to that standard? Absolutely fuck no. In fact, it's rare I'll paint to that standard, because that standard is weeks of work. One of those. And I just don't like the fact that there are people out there that pay commission artists to do the what's it. Now, a couple of these artists have a much higher fee for privacy, which is another way of doing it. Like, your fee for privacy is substantially higher. But at the end of the day, those are also the ones you have to be careful of. Because are they entering your work in painting competitions? Some painting competitions have some very nice rewards. And some carry some very prestigious awards. And if they are getting the prestigious awards, that might actually be a problem. Right. Let's get that out and look at it. I know of people that have entered work into painting competitions that shouldn't have. And some of it has been mine, which is quite funny. Nope. Oh. I need to just pull something up, guys, because there is an issue. I'm gonna grab you, grab you. What has just crashed? That might be fun. Yeah, it is asking to be disqualified. The problem then comes as it always comes back on the person that actually painted it. It absolutely always does. Like, oh, why did you paint for the person knowing that they'll do this? We didn't know they would do it. That's the bigger thing here. You did not know that that person was going to take your paint job and enter a painting competition to win it. You really don't. So, the best advice that I was ever... Sorry, this is an awkward piece to clean. The best advice I was ever given was by one of Team GB. So I'm not going to hide that. But he turned around and went, every one of my armies has been painted for me. And I would prefer, when somebody says, are you entering the painting competition, to go, no, because I haven't painted jack shit in my army, than to actually say yes, because at the end of the day, I've painted fuck all of my army. And I turned around and went, that is the way to do it. Like, to literally just go, no, because I didn't paint my army. Wait, what? Have we got a little bit of darkening? We do. Can I get rid of it? There we go. And then we have got this spot, which is actually my headrest, which there is nothing I can do about, because I've removed the light that deals with it. Because the light that deals with it is this one. So I do need more lighting, guys. That is why that goal is up there. Because that will mean that the painting light that I'm currently using can be permanently put as a backing light. They are also, these lights are non-addressable. The new lights will be addressable for doing the shadows and all that work. Right. There we go. Yeah, so it isn't for my face, Claire. So what it will be. So just wait. Well, I'll explain it whilst this is drying. So where we've got this now, we'll put a spot in. So we've got this spot here that's the most well lit bit, and we've got a little bit of flood over. What the new lighting rig will allow is for me to effectively do that without turning the model. And moving the lighting like that effectively, because we'll be able to adjust what side is higher intensity. We'll also be able to adjust color. So temperature, intensity, and all full controls. Meaning, oh, I want a shadow coming this way. Turn. And the shadow comes this way. So the whole idea would be that I can completely control where my shades are. So I can make shading look even more realistic. Also, part of that budget is for a mini object source lighting setup, which would mean I can absolutely target shit. So, oh, we're doing a plasma glow. Okay, give me 2 minutes. And I set it up. You will see it on screen when it's set up, but we'll be able to replicate glow. So, the seeing me more clearly, I would love to be streaming in 2K, but when you stream in 2K, you can't access, some people can't access on mobile if you're also streaming in vertical. So, Twitch needs to fix that. And then we can. Because we're ready to stream in 2K. Right, that piece is definitely on. That I can get away with painting internally. Now let's see if we put a leg on with it. So I could paint the pack comfortably. And this is the big thing, guys, is double checking what you actually want to glue in. I'm not going to be gluing the chest piece in. I can guarantee that. Because that's going to limit what I can paint. So that is definitely not going in. Yeah, it's not just that. It's there are people in the UK that were messaging me about it last week before I dropped back, saying that they watch on mobile and cannot access the stream. Just wouldn't let them access at all. Which is like, oh, great. So I lose out because of Twitch not doing low-end encoding for them. I'm sorry, but I don't want you guys missing out on anything. So, yeah. It's a bit of a weird one. Right. So, we need glue on there, glue on there. Yeah, that's going to be paintable. Yeah, and this is the thing. Like, for me, ad breaks are let's chat about shit with people that can hear. It's not important. Because if it's not important, that's all that we actually talk about during the ads. I would much prefer to do it that way than have somebody miss out just because they're not subbed. Like, come on. I know a lot of streamers do pause for ads and a lot of others don't. But honestly, pausing for ads, what does it cause? Like, as long as you've got a marker to tell if you're multi-streaming, like, I could be streaming to Kick today as well. I just couldn't be bothered. I didn't want to poke the button today. I'll poke it tomorrow, because tomorrow we're doing actual painting. But yeah. Might have solved the not sub part of the stream. Yes, yes. You may have solved that. Between you and Claire. Majority you today, because it was 45, I think you dropped. Yeah, yeah, you kind of win there. There we go. So, reason I've glued this, number one, I can paint all round it comfortably. I'm going to do this. We can paint all round that comfortably. And we can get into, like, the crevices. If that hadn't have been the case, we definitely wouldn't have done that. So, this piece, because the second we put this on, which I'll show how much this blocks out. If we do that. So that suddenly blocks half this leg, all the backing, all the back of this cape section. So yeah. So that's that bit. Right. Where is... So that star has to be painted separate. The head needs to be removed. when it comes around to small bits, it will hurt your fingers, guys. There's no doubt there. Because to grip it well enough to clean it, parts are just going to stick in you. All right. How? I hate when they put shit on the top of helmets, guys. Really do. Right? Where they've put that connection point, why they didn't put it on that, the nub, I do not know. Instead, no, let's put it on the top of the helmet, where the person has to completely smooth it through. Cool. Got it. There we go. Right. So we can't glue the head in. But what we'll be doing with all these is I will go out and get blue tack today or tomorrow. Shit. I'll have to see if I can salvage some blue tack. I'll blue tack all these onto like cocktail sticks and all sorts of other bits for the paint process. Especially bits like that. Pull it up here. That little bit there that you can now see that should be focusing. That will go on the back of it. Where are you? Up here somewhere. Up this corner. That will go on a cocktail stick with blue tack. But it'll be a little tiny dab of super glue. I'm not going to be cutting it out of this until I'm ready to put it on that stick. Simply because, number one, that is a part that will get lost. It will vanish. And I am not prepared to have a single part vanish. Right. That. And you'll be surprised how many times, I'm going to be honest, you probably go look at people with that model at tournament. Go look for that star. Do it, I dare you. You'll probably find next to nobody has it on. Because either it's fallen off, they couldn't be asked to put it on, or they lost it during making. And that will be pretty much standard. And that will be the same for a lot of models. You'll have bits that just aren't there anymore. But yeah. Ah! Okay. Those tiny bits on the top of this are sharp. Those bits are quite sharp. Ow. Went under one layer of skin. Didn't break more than one layer, but still. Ow. No. No, Claire. Right, hang on. One thing I do need to update. Because I know we've hit this today. Where is Atom? January, February, March. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. What's the month after July? I can never remember. August, jeez. Oh, by the way, Pigtailbot is now updated with its date. So if you do exclamation mark pigtail or exclamation mark pigtails, it'll now put the new announcement up. And there we go. All the way to the 16th of August. We smashed it. We added a month instantly. So, a little bit of time. Right. Stabby, stabby. That goes on the back. How does this sit, and do I care? Yes, I care, because that shoulder will be a pig to paint otherwise. Alright, so that's another separated part. Oh, we have ads, so they start in a minute, guys. It says that it's about 10 seconds out. You and I both know Bezos will not be on time. He is always late. There he is. He's on time, just a little bit late. Salia. But if I don't have pigtails, it means that I don't have pigtails. Now I've realised that this screen, the painting cam is ever so slightly off, and so is my webcam. Because my webcam should be here. Do that for a minute. Background. There we go. There we go. All the tweaks. Right. I will clip this out. Ready? Right. And that has then got a piece on that we need. That. My question is, where is my blue tacks? I don't know if I've got any easy to hand. If I can't find any, I've got other options. I've got milliput that I can use to make temporary holders. Yep. Are we done? There we go. Everybody should be back from ads. I'm looking again at what painting is going to be awkward. This is going to be awkward regardless. So, that is the parts that we're going to do it in. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different parts that would be glued together by most people. But just because we want to go for a very high standard, we're actually having to separate. There we go. And then just the top of this. There we go. So, check it now. Yep. Like, would it make it impossible for us to paint? It would just be very awkward in that section. So if we glued this on, we'd have an awkward bit down there. This wouldn't be too bad. This under bit wouldn't be bad. This under the arm would be horrible. We could get through to that side of the arm. It wouldn't be the end of the world. But by keeping it off, all this section of the gun can be painted up really nicely. All this armor section that would have been awkward can be painted. All this is still open and easy. And when it comes around to this, all of it is 100% accessible. And where I'm going to stick the stick that I'll paint it on is in that joint. It'll just be a stick in the joint, little tiny drip of super glue, and away we go. And then when it's done, pull the stick out, stick that on, and pretty much will be perfect. So, that is that one. That is the bigger part. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things. Alright. Now, we move on to the bigger one. And this is the one that will be in a lot of parts to paint. Let's get started. Again, plastic that can be recycled. Hey up, John T. It's finally cool enough to paint. Next task, persuade my idiot. Yeah. That's always the way, isn't it? Oh, it's finally cold enough to actually paint. Gonna be honest, I'm not painting today or tomorrow. Well, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposedly even better temperature. But I am definitely not painting today. And people have already said to me, oh, why not paint today? Because it's not... Between humidity and everything else, absolutely fuck not. Right. So, we are building Mr. Guilliman himself. For those that don't know, I do not like Smurfs. This is not for me. But I have painted enough Smurfs to know that Smurfs are Smurfs. So we're going to have a quick check to make sure we've got any dodgy moulding. We're going to have some lovely spiky bits all around here. Couple of nice spiky bits to stab ourselves on a few times. Now, for this sword, I may break out the airbrush. And we may do it all through airbrushing. Because I'm tempted to go to a whole standard on this blade. We'll see how I feel. We may hand paint it. We may do it through airbrush. Roboute Guilliman. I can see reasons to do that. I can. The thing that I don't like about this character... So, when it first came into the game, it became every list, every Marine list, revolved around him. Whether they were Ultra Smurfs or anything else, it just revolved around him. And at the time, I enjoyed playing at tournament. I enjoyed doing different army styles and everything else. And I really enjoyed it. The problem came when every list became the same. Overnight. Like, I'm not talking one or two lists. I'm talking you went to a tournament of, say, 100 armies, 100 different players, and out of that 100 players, maybe 20 of them were a different army. And it was, what? No. Which is why I've never moved fully away from Tyranids, and I never moved fully away from Guard. Yes, I got rid of my Guard army. Because, holy shit, that fucker was expensive. Just pure cost to keep running. But, end of the day, it's one of those. Right. We will follow the destructions to a degree. As I said, I will probably have to separate parts. But we'll work our way through, see what parts do need separating, what doesn't, because we're going to a ridiculously high level on this. So, there may be a lot of airbrush work on this one, to be 100%. So, one. There. Two. How the fuck do these go together? Like that? Oh, wow, okay. Right. Let's start cleanup. For me, I just don't like twisting the law to bring him back. Dismiss the pest boy at least half dozen other parameters made more sense. Yeah, I do agree there, Jonty. I did work there at the time when they were talking about bringing the Primarchs back. As painters, we got no say in it, obviously. But, yeah. It's one of those of... I don't think 40k needed Primarchs to come back. I think it did need the Demon Primarchs. I don't think it needed the Primarchs. Right. There we go. That's that. Yep, Salia and the potential Death Star may have just been a gift bomb, but could have been a Death Star was. All right. Yeah, Salia is ace. Come up. Now, if I do break out the airbrush tomorrow, guys, which is very likely right now, because I'm going to be honest, I'm seeing a lot of stuff I want to do on this model, which would require me to get my airbrush out properly. If I do get it out, you are going to see some very expensive airbrushes. And I do apologize. Because, my God. I would be debating which airbrush to use. Because I'm going to be honest, I may have an airbrush issue. It's not a problem. So, some people just like to collect airbrushes. Don't ask why. I will have to have a think about which one to get. And here's me thinking I spent too much on paintbrushes. Wait, hang on. Where's my brush bag? Oh, where is my brush bag? There's the pen bag. That's the pen bag. The brush bag is currently not on the desk. No comment, Jonty. No comment. No comment on how much I've spent on brushes in the past, like, month. None at all. Don't worry about it. Definitely don't worry about it. We don't have a problem. They have a problem, not us. That's the rule, isn't it? It's always the way you get. So something that we used to do as a little bit of a fun painting competition was, can you paint the entirety of the model with one brush? Including doing your eyes, including doing the metalwork detailing, including shading. So you had to choose your brush very carefully at the start of that. So yeah, there is some things you can do. It's just very quickly you end up swearing with it. I did that as a challenge for myself once. Actually, very valid. Yes. So, what it teaches you is different ways to use same techniques. Because dry brushing with something like a shade brush is a minor art form. Because the brush is too goddamn soft to do shading. To do dry brushing. Because it's your shade brush. But holy hell, when you are doing it for the first time, you sit there and you go, oh my god, what did I get myself into? And very quickly afterwards, you're actually better for it. Now, where the fuck do you sit? Like that. Really? Maybe? Okay. Okay. It's nice. But yeah, like, it is. We used to do it on a Friday afternoon. And it used to be like, here's a 1 hour painting session. We're not painting anything important. We've got a little bit of time to kill. And we need to just make sure that we're good on techniques. And what it does is it forces you to use strong techniques. It forces you to, oh, I'm going to dry brush. Well, okay, I need stiff bristles. I need this, I need this. But what it will teach you to do is dry brush very clean. And little things like that, where a lot of others won't have ever done it. And you get to, oh, I'm going to go and do this now. And it's a whole new model you've never touched, using a technique you've never done before. You can watch a video once on said technique and go, I can do that. And it's not because you're overconfident, it's because you can see how to do it. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, how you can wet blend, for instance. But if you've learnt how to do, like, dry brushing with a soft bristle, you can wet blend. Because it's a very similar technique, Except it's all about speed. And if you can learn how to wet blend with a dry brush, you can pretty much pull off the damn near impossible. So, yeah, honestly, best thing to do it to get out your comfort zone. I used to have a set of guardsmen specifically for test painting. And it would just be, okay, well, I'm test painting this today. Test painting this today. I'm doing something stupid with this today. Okay, so that sits there. Okay. No. This is going to be an awkward glue in. But it is definitely a worthwhile glue in. Alright. Yeah. So that's kind of learning how to wet blend. So if you want to learn how to do like an unhealthy skin texture, you want to be able to do a perfect, like, smooth transitional color. And then wet stipple into that. Getting that smooth transitional color, you also, by doing the wet blending, getting very used to wet blending, what will happen is you will end up being able to mix realistic skin tones cleaner. And the cleaner you can make those skin tones, the better. So that's an armor slip, which is fine. Part 5. Come on. Stop fucking twitching now. Just because I told you to twitch doesn't mean you have to continue. Stupid fucking legs. So, for those that want to know how entertaining my legs can be, I do have a majority twitch control in them, sort of thing. I can get them to occasionally do shit that they should. I don't always have that, though. And when they decide that they want to twitch, that's fine. They're gonna do it. But then when I try and make them twitch, usually I have like tremors for the next hour or two. So I can make them do what I want, But then it might be, no, we're just not playing fair now. So if you ever do hear me swearing at my legs because they're just being a bitch, just understand I may have done something that probably shouldn't have attempted. That is all clean. So it's one of those of, with any disability, there's all sorts of weird little quirks. And something my physio on Saturdays says to me often is, in theory, my injury says I should be able to stand. Should be able to stand. They also understand I definitely can't stand. And they don't know why. I should at least be able to stand. Potentially not weight bearing, but I should, in theory, be able to stand. I can't. My legs just won't do it. I don't have enough control to be standing. There we go. And there is the start of Guilliman's body. We need 6, 7, and 8 next. Let's see how... Should be able to get away with that bit. May have to have a proper look at this. Okay, so that's not going to be an issue there. Those... Where's my box? Chest plate's not going on. So we've got these here. In fact, what we can do, come here. Nope, that way. And zooms. So we have zip tie. Zip tie is going to be our friend here. So we've got this bit, which is got to be painted blue because we can see this bit. But we've also got a little bit of detail in here, which I want to do stuff with. I want to add a little bit of a glow to. We've got a tiny bit of detail in that can't be normally seen. We zoom in a bit further. See if you can see it. Yeah. So, just these little bits here. Now, normally these are just shaded by the looks of it. It's like put a wash over and done. Paint it blue and done. I'm not going to. I am going to take my time and do a little bit of extra work in each of them. So, boop. Boop. There we go. Took my time to get it right on a mini, but have traditional painting background. The method was mostly that already. Getting the consistent. Yes, consistency with wet blend is hard, and temperature and moisture is your enemy. Absolute enemy. If your environment is not humid enough, it will dry out too quick. And if it's too warm, it will dry out too quick. You're fighting a issue. The best advice I can give anybody learning to wet blend is do it on a day where you've got very high humidity and very low temperatures, which gives you the time to learn. I can guarantee the skin sections on this I will be wet blending, because I do skin by wet blend every single time. But I'm gonna be honest, like, by the time I get to them, it will be very different. Right. So, 7. Yeah. Right, we're gonna do that. So yeah, wet blending in this hobby is something to learn. Combine that with like dry brushing and learning how contrast paints work now. The 3 of them together, absolutely worthwhile. That's within the leg. Alright, there we go. Come on. Stop. There we go. So that's at least 2 parts already. Likely to be a lot of parts for this. Because I can guarantee there's going to be parts that I leave off just because, like, the next part is part 8, which is that one, this part here. I'm going to be leaving that off and painting that separate, because it's going to give us a tassel that requires me to, like, paint behind it here. Not happening. So I'm going to leave 8 for now, because that can be placed on later. Now we're starting work on the legs. The gauntlets are going to be a pain. There is going to be a lot of separated parts for this. Like, all this backpack will not go on. I can guarantee that. Chances are I'm not going to be putting the arms on. I might not be putting the shoulder pieces on. I'm going to skip ahead and work on the base a bit. I just want to say I love the new... Honestly, I like the look of the new orcs. I really do. Love the look of the new Weird Boy. My only thing with the new orcs is they've gone very cartoony with some of it. Like, really, really cartoony. And it's like, some of the new orc stuff just doesn't fit with orcs. And that's the only thing I'll say about it. It just doesn't seem to fit well with orcs in general. Like, don't get me wrong. Love the new orc models. Really do. But still. Exact same thing. It's not more than there were the old boys kit. Yeah. Oh. Old boy kit they had on the yeah, like, don't get me wrong. There has been many kits over the years that have been gross. Because, like, people think, like, the painting office is only going to paint the final product. I'm tell you now, we'll be painting 3 or 4 iterations at a time. And it might be that they don't like the finished look of this one, but they love the finished look of the other. Do we get a say in that? Absolutely fucking not. Yeah, and they look really nice. The problem is, sometimes they just don't look good. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the new Weird Boy because we needed a new Weird Boy. 100% we needed a new Weird Boy. Like, it's been too long. But yeah. The Lord of Automations has appeared. Quick, everybody make sure your belts are at least 101. 101% efficiency. Because you know. But yeah, it's one of those where when it comes round to the new orcs, I do think it's a love or hate thing. And I think a lot of older orc players are actually going to love it. Because older orc players have probably been asking for a new Weird Boy longer than some people have been alive in this hobby. The new boys kit was also needed as they kept the one. Yes. I'm gonna be honest. The new War Boss. When was the War Boss kit updated? Sith? Just saying. The new War Boss box is good. It's not a complete remold, but a severe improvement. And little things like that, the new trucks and everything else, severely worth it. And at some point, we will do the taco truck. And a wild Zalia strikes again. But, come here. Yeah. You have access to all the whale emotes, Luke. All the whale ones. Yeah, I know it was from earlier, but I'm saying you struck again. You got a Luke. Right, you're done. I'm 29 and 28. I'm really debating. You're done with mischief. For today. I was going to say, you're done with mischief. Don't lie. Don't lie. Just for today? Yeah, I can agree. But still. Right. Let's get this glued on the base. And then work out how I'm going to do these flames. Because are they legitimate flames or majority smoke? These have got majority smoke. So we'll be painting and debating whether I just glue them in and airbrush it in place. Right. Come here. Alright. What I'm gonna do. There we go. Just a little bit more. Right. Remember, guys, when you are using any plastic glues, you want to use as little as possible and just give it time to set. A lot of people don't give glue enough time to actually settle, and that ends up being the reason why they're like, oh, it doesn't work. Well, it does. You just need to wait for it to set. Now, the question that I'll have to ask the person is, do they have a preferred legion that this Chaos Space Marine would come from? Because it looks like it should be Nurgle. And it's just brassed up on here. Does it have the Eye of Horus in? Not the Eye of Horus, it's the Eye of Chaos. I will I'll have to ask if they've got a preferred legion for the Chaos side. Because a tiny bit of Chaos on here. Some people would have a preferred legion, others will not. They don't want any modifications to this either, guys. So hence why I'm working on it. But it does look very Nurgle-esque. Nurgle would work really well for it. So do something like what? What are they called now? I cannot remember the what's it name. I cannot remember the Legion's name now. Death Guard. That's the one. Could go full on Death Guard into this. Yeah. Right. And there we go. There's that. Foot 1 goes there. Foot 2 goes somewhere. I think it's on that bit. Oh no, it's on the eagle. There's one hole for the... What's it? The other one is here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put the 2 flame pieces in, but I'm not going to glue them now. What I'm going to do is leave them out so that when we're doing the sword, I can wet blend the sword with the airbrush and do the flame on them all as one piece. That way they will be blended as well as they're going to go and look as good as they're going to get. Because remember, if you're going to do one set of fire, you may as well do more fire all at the same time. There is no need to not do all the fire that you can as one piece. This one is here. On the looks of it. That way. Oh, okay. Right. Remember, guys, when you've got things that are very thin stemmed, take your time. Because these are incredibly thin. And if it means that you take your time building it, that's fine. There's that one. I have just pushed it in place. It is still loose. We'll pull out. We'll do the other one now. Oh. So happy I wasn't clipping anything delicate there. So goddamn happy. If I had been clipping something delicate, fuck me. But you did clip your finger. No, I stabbed my finger. There's a difference. There's definitely a difference between stabbing your finger and clipping it. Right, and then this one. Is it that way or that way? Oh. That's evacuated to the floor. Right. I will have to pick that up. Will have to pick that up. Let's go get that. Right, that is a grab after stream job. Need to be so. Oh, there it is. I've got it. I can see it. Let's see if I can get it. Got it. Alright, back we go. Did you just beep beep on me? No! Spook. I beep beeped using this. One sec. Move that to that. There you go. I beep beeped at you, Spook. Right. Tuck that back in there. Right. Fully cleaned up. Oh no, Sabu, I found out why that was. Yeah, that definitely hurt a bit. And yeah, that definitely hurt a little bit. There we go. So that is the base fully ready. Those two flame pieces, we're just gonna block it. There we go. Those two flame pieces are not glued in, so I can pull them out to paint them easier. Of which I am just gonna go boop, keep them separated, because we'll be painting the flame effect at the same time as painting the sword early. No, so part of what this chair does is every time it drops from a set amount of power, it does what's called a cycle. What that is it has to send full power to the motors for a split second. Now, normally this wouldn't be an issue because it's going to drop when you're doing a lot of movement. I was doing very finicky movements around the edge of my desk. Those very finicky movements around the edge of my desk drove the desk into the womp rat. And that shit fucking hurts. Because that split second that it jumped to full power meant that the desk that was already touching me was rammed into me. It fucking hurt. Yeah. But what they're for is so that when it's running lower on power, it can change power profile to try and save power so you don't run out as quick. The problem is, that shit hurts. Wait, what are you doing? We just had a shark appear. Goddamn sharks. I can see Claire's keeping herself entertained. Claire, you missed what somebody did earlier. Or was it yesterday or earlier? I think it might have been earlier. I got Nellist. I got Kirby'd. Yes. I got Nellist, aka Kirby'd. I can't remember if it was last night or today. Really can't. My brain... After earlier, my brain has kind of gone, you know what? No. Just get on with the build today. My brain is not braining well. And I don't know if you guys can see markers on streams when you're watching them back. If you can, might implement something soon. 13. I might make a auto marker system for the Tanga stuff. So if you're watching it back, it's easier to find clips. But I don't know if you can see them or not. Right, we have got ads, guys. We will be pausing for the ads. I'm just going to be working out how this lines up. Looking at how to clean it up. And then going from there. Right. Drink. Let's him begin. Alright. Move the butt. Alright. What I also might do when we get all the camera stuff sorted is I may make a floating desk that locks onto this that brings things a little bit higher. Because this is as low as this chair goes. So, yeah. Okay. Cool. What are you? Cool. 14, 15 is all the lag for this piece. 12, 13, 14, 15 is all one lag. So it'll be those two bits make up that lag. The shoulder pauldrons I might be leaving off. We need to look at them. Not because of Smurfs, just so that I can paint them better. Kind of is my best orc player opinion. But 2 orc sides of Armageddon box could be cooler. Yeah, so I love Gretchen. I have for years. I love Snots because Snots were cool. Snotlings. I, for a very long time, played Fantasy, and I did an Ogre army. I completely converted a load of the Snotlings in that for a friend's Orc army. We gave them guns, we hand built the guns. Looks incredible. But holy shit, they are worth it. They are 100% worth doing. If you want some cool looking grots, get Snotlings. Or get the grots from, what's it? If I could pull it up easily, I would. With this setup, in fact, I can. What we'll do. That one. Yeah. Do that for a minute. Age of Sigmar. I think the destruction for orcs. Oh god. Ah, Kirby. Kirby. No. Bad Kirby. Where are they? There. Noblar. Right. Yeah, yes, 100% like that. Right, here we go. What I'm going to do is just grab the image of the Noblars and poke that one. There we go. So these ones. You can turn these into some incredible, absolute incredible looking... Hi. Hi. So you can do some incredible looking ones. Like, you could do some easy mods for these. You cut the hand here. You can get a pistol, put one here, put a secondary pistol. You can go absolutely nuts on these. And they're... Hi, Cap. And they're incredibly easy to do it too. So, yeah. Honestly, Noblar. Yes, yes. We have the cat invasion. But honestly, Noblar are the answer. MTG God. Godly. If you really want to do a unique orc army, use those for grots and go a bit crazy. Enjoy it. And now you'll probably notice that quite a few of them might be easy to do it to. Alright. I haven't cleaned that piece yet.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, yes. Navi? What? What, Navi? Like, these do make me laugh and smile. Come on. At least.
Hey, listen.
Yes. Yes. What? What? Navi, what's up? Right. Yep. Press. There we go.
Hello there.
You lied. You're not done with the mischief. I know. And thank you for the follow, Godly. Thank you, buddy. We know you're always up for mischief. Now, I have already been asked if I am going to paint some orcs this one. The answer is yes. Because I've already got a commission for some orcs. It's not a small commission. But also, unfortunately, there is only one of them that they want me to paint on stream. So, unfortunately, most of the orc stuff is off-screen painted. But as much of as I can convince them to let me do on stream, I will do on stream. But it is also matching their current orc army, which they did originally. Well, I say they did originally paint. They painted a good quantity of it. They had a lot of painting lessons. Should also tell you that I may have also taught them to paint for a good year. So we are going to be matching their paint scheme for one of their models. But technically, I taught them to paint, so it shouldn't be too hard. So yeah, if you guys do have painting questions, feel free to ask. Even if it's other game questions when we're playing other games and stuff, you know you're welcome to. We play like 3 games at the moment. That about 3 games. All depends on how we're feeling more than anything. No. There we go. There you go. There you go, Claire. Thank you, Claire. Yep. Cool. Yes, Pet the Wampy. And hey, Pelk, welcome. I don't know if I've already said hello to you, but hello again, just in case. You've been lurking. Fair enough. Lurking is always welcome. You know that.
All right, noted. That's just straight up beautiful, by the way.
Right. There we go. So, Claire, as you are seeming to enjoy the was it a good thing that a certain Sindri convinced me to put it on, and to put that specific one on? Is it definitely a good thing then? It was. So I can blame Sindri then. Nah, I wouldn't do that, would I? Would I blame Sindri? He definitely does deserve a gold star. For convincing me to put the Tangier thing on. And Luke. There you go. Have a giant gold star from Claire, Sindri. So that piece stands on there. So we're going to get an idea of scale soon. I'm having a look if that's going to make it awkward to paint anything. Yeah, it's going to make it awkward to paint the belt. That entire... Yep. So, legs are going to be a separate piece on this. So already we're at 1, 2, 3, 4... Like, the list is going to grow. Hey up, Luther. Right, so 10, 9, and 11 are the other parts. That one. There. Who put the cat apple spin? Apple cat. Yes, it is a Popper Smurf and a captain with bolt gun. But we're doing Popper Smurf as the main part of it. Because giant Popper Smurf. So, working slowly through, building it all out. Did I not cut the other leg piece out? No, I didn't. God damn it. And just working through them. And I'm going to be honest, I'm happy I'm not doing non-metallic golds. Because I would want to cry. Because I'll tell you now. Thank you, Fly Swatter. But, yeah, this is one that I'm actually enjoying already. Like, yes, it is Papa Smurf. But I haven't done Smurfs in a good few years. And even when I have done a Papa Smurf commission before, I can guarantee you now, it was not painted as Papa Smurf. In fact, if I remember, it was painted as salamanders. Because, you know, that's perfectly fine and legal in 10th. Like, I'm so happy that 11th has really killed off some of those combos as well. Ooh, question. Yes, Luthar. Wait. 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 Who put this on? Thank you, Sindri. Yeah. Yeah, I know I did. It could only have been you, so yeah. Do you know if someone has made a paint job as if General was looking at technically a displayed map? You could see sometimes in... where you would have like a green sphere dome with tactical grids and have another bigger mini looking at... you... in theory... in theory, you could do stuff like that quite easy. There are characters looking at all specs and things like that. But if you wanted to do like a custom lead, doing like a full tactical display sort of thing that's a table would just be a lot of green stuff and plasticard work. And yeah, it could be done. It would more be a display base, so you would have, say, this sort of base, but you would have your models base that would slot in. And it would slot in, and the rest of this base is mainly for display. At tournament, you're not going to be allowed to use it. Outside the tournament, you would use it, because coolness. Rule of cool. So yeah, it could be done. But I haven't seen it yet. So definitely one that would be fun to do there. Yes, definitely more like a display fun piece, because that is definitely a lot of custom build. Custom build is fun though. Like, doing modifications to a model is great fun. But doing a complete custom build base, oh, I love doing them. They are just never cheap, because you're looking at hours of work. Because it wouldn't just be... in fact, I haven't got it on my table. You would have air drying clay, milliput, plasticard, wire supporting. You'll be looking at, like... you'd be sketching for at least an hour, trying to work out exactly how I want that hand to be and this hand to be and where I'd want him being able to look at, so I need to adjust its height. Hours of work. Really fun to do, though. I could see a couple of good fun ones there. Like, Jonty, I love doing stuff like that. I can spend a week just designing a base. Like, we did the Eldar. Now, I haven't continued the Eldar because I'm still waiting on 2 parts. But yeah. The 2 black spaceships with the color changing lights. Yeah. Buttery biscuit base. Yeah, it could be. Could be a buttery biscuit base. Right, I need to move yours there. And no, Claire, I'm not regretting giving Sindri the power. However, I know full well I don't regret anything. I enjoy it. But it also means, like, if something goes wrong, he's got access to see it there and then, and I have a button that I poke and I can timestamp so he can then go back to it on stream. That's the reason he has said powers. for being able to more diagnose the bots. And that's the most important part for me, is Sindri is this beats his programmer stroke crazy person. Because definitely have to be a crazy person to try and do it. But it's giving him the ability to look at it from all aspects and make it as easy as we can to fault find. And for those that are wondering what this beats is, if you do !SR, chuck in a YouTube video link for the stream, for music, it will play it. Now, there is time limits. I think it's 6 minutes something. And there is other bits and pieces that I could set up. I haven't yet. So, one of those. For me, I'm happy with the basics, but when it comes round to testing, all Sindri has to go is, can you test this? Done. Without a moment's thought. Because at the end of the day, it helps. Right, let's glue this piece. So if you are a streamer that is wanting to be able to have music that you're... If you want people to be able to do these sorts of music to you, this beats. This beats.rocks. If I remember, there's exclamation mark music, I think it is. Bear with us. Where is me? Yep, there you go. Yeah, this beat. There you go. Now, will this make it awkward to paint anything? No, it will not. Happy days. We can glue you in. Right, so we can glue that in. Are you trying to install earworms as well, by the way, there, Sindri? Because you are going to. With this sort of song, you are going to install it as an earworm. And then I will have to deploy the earworm of earworms on Wednesday. And I will. Right, fine. I will deploy the earworm of earworms. What's it called? Alright, where is it? Okay. Need to grab my phone and send it to my phone. Yeah, oh, it's fine. You have to put in... Wait, you sent nothing, and it found a song. What? The copy and paste. What's it? It's going to play a random song. I will skip it, and then hang on. I need to send myself something so that I can send it on. Ah, shit. Yeah. Okay. All right. What we'll do. Remove. Yours should now. You should now. There you go. Oh. Did that work? Hang on. Oh, God. Why is nobody's picking up now? All right, hang on. Where are you? This window. Nobody's is coming through. Let me just try and add them. It might be other reasons. Add song. Paste. Add to queue. And then this one. Copy link address. Add song. Paste. No, it's likely broken my side. It likely broke it on my side. There we go. We've added them now. I've manually added them. It might be something going on with my bot side. I'll have a proper look into that. Right, what was I working on? Leg stuff. Leg is now glued. This gives us a rough idea of how big it is. If I now move that to here, move this up. Now remember, I have got random set on, guys, so it will randomize, but roughly the size gives you a rough idea of just how big this model is going to be, and there's a lot of detailing. Right, move that there. Now, I do need to quickly reply to one person. What did you reply to me? Okay. There we go. There we go. Chuck that there. If you're happy. The thing is, directing them both at each other, sort of thing. This beats this beat. It kind of covers your ass a little bit. Because you also kind of don't want somebody just buying that one and making a knockoff version sort of thing. So, sorry, but not sorry. Maybe. Maybe helped a little bit. In my own non-helpful way. Just saying. 33, 34. So 33 is that one. 34 is that. No, that's 35. It's that one. Cool. That one. That one. And that is the shoulder piece. So we're going to look at that. Come on. We're going to have a look at them properly, just flinging them together, checking what is going to make it awkward to paint. Nothing awkward there. I can guarantee this is going to make things awkward to paint. Yep. So we will be leaving that shoulder pad off. What I'll do. Grab her. Whoop. Alright. So. Yeah. Right. So if we glue that shoulder on, what we'd have is in here, in this bit, very hard to paint. Where if we leave this off, we can paint all of this very comfortably. And then tiny bit of glue on the end of there. Once this is also painted as well. And then all that inside will be painted nicely. So yeah, that's why we leave things apart. So we'll be able to glue that on. And then it's needing to see how the gun fits. But yeah. That gives you an insight into how I'm working out. If we need to leave stuff on. That was probably the best example I could have asked for. Because my God. Boop, boop, boop. Can I ask something quite funny, Sindri? And you can say no. But you could, when it redirects, have it redirect to one that in the top bar, although it says this beat, it then has this beat. It then has Womp's fault. You could if you want. You know full well I'll just find it funny as shit. But I do apologise that I've added work to your day. What's that? Yeah, we are winning, Kadar. We won last night, the GEC. Oh, just for heads up, people. He put 14 fights into our Stranger. 2 fights into our Reaver. Saw the back wall and went, nope, I'm done. We won. It was a very nice feeling opening up my phone this morning and seeing that. Right. Alright. So let's now grab the bolt gun. Which is that bit. 36, 37. It's that bit and that bit. That bit. No. So, are we going to be gluing this arm in? We could. I'm not going to. We could. I'm not going to. I'm going to have this separated for another reason. It's not because it will make the paint job more awkward. I'm just doing separated bodywork for more ease of like design. So that whilst I'm working on the gold trim, it's easier. Yep, Spook, remember it is randomized so that it will play them in a random-ish order. I say random-ish, there is reason. That's not meant to be on that, I can tell you that now. So let's... No, as in my own made song. Nice. Nice one, Spook. No. No. Alright. Ah. Yeah, Spook, I did say about this the other day. The reason I've stopped all music on YouTube is I got a claim against music that I have every right to use. And then a day later, I got a different claimed song. So I made the decision of, I know I hate it, but I'm not taking that at all now. YouTube having music that I 100% have every right to play is no. And we've been using that music for nearly a year and a half. And here's the thing, I had over 30 streams all claimed in one day. Yeah. No. So it was that moment of, you know what? I can go without. Sorry to the people on YouTube, but I'm not putting my stream at risk for no reason. And like, don't get me wrong, I could just go back to using some songs and other bits that I know I have the rights to. But it's just not worth the hassle. Not when I have full rights to it. So I kind of went, you know what? I'm sorry, YouTube, there's no music. It's like on the VOD for Twitch, there is no music. Which kind of sucks. But the way it has to be. Unfortunate, but it's the way it is. Right. I'm going to have a look at this in two parts. Number one, I know that shoulder is not going to get connected on, because that shoulder is going to make it impossible for detailing. Was whether I want the sword connected to the hand, the arm or not, is what I need to work out. And that is an empty sprue now. Actually, why did I not press a button again? There we go. Bear with us, guys. I've also got a couple of people messaging me about stuff. Cool. After I stopped playing June, I started to dive into music, and now I've made a few songs I posted to my channel, not promote. Yeah, and this is the thing. If it's something that you enjoy, that's what matters. Like, that you enjoy doing it. Like, I still occasionally will jump on Dune. And if it wasn't for Steam the other day being a dick, I would have done about 10 hours the other day. But Steam did not want to open, so I went, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to have a chill. So, one of those. But yeah. Yeah, this bit doesn't really matter. The notifications are going to be right up at the top. Shouldn't matter anyway. In fact, you know what? Shove it a little bit further back. There you go. So, when airbrushing, how is this going to be? So I could clamp it down there, airbrush away, or I could clamp on there, which would give me a better holding point for airbrushing. God damn it. This is the annoying bits. This is the annoying thought stage of, do you glue that to there? It's not going to make anything too much harder to paint. But what it will do... Cinder, I didn't notice that my song was playing on Wamp's interaction with this beats, but did not register as... So remember, I'm not using the public version, Spook. So you going on this beats public thing. Oh, the play count. Ah, don't know. Don't know with that side. But it does pull from YouTube, so yeah, we're gonna glue this bit. But it could also be a YouTube issue, that, buddy. Because it's just an embedded that we're using. Now remember, YouTube doesn't always register embedded songs correctly, even at the best of times. Right, let's try and clean up this blade a bit. Come on. This is why I dislike Games Workshop swords, by the way, guys. When they make a flat sword edge, it's not flat by any respects. In fact, it's usually fucking miles off over the whole blade. There we go. I wanted to test when I request my son to see if it counted or not. I noticed it didn't add to... fair enough. Like I said, it's most likely a YouTube side issue. It may also take a bit of time to register it. It may not be instant. I noticed a lot with my videos that I don't get it. Oh, did it register? Okay, I think my bot may have broken. I think my bot's got issues. Bear with us. What I'll do. Copy link. Add song. Paste. Add to queue. Song is already in the queue. Wait. It's not showing it as in the queue, but it's saying the song is already in the queue. Songs in queue 1. We'll see if it plays next. We'll see if it plays next. Right, so that's going to be kept separate. When it comes around to putting the arm on here, absolutely goddamn no chance here. The same from... Oh, that'll be why, because it's too soon. It's too soon for it. That will be why. It's too soon, Sally. You have to wait to give us another earworm. But I could give you an earworm. That's what I was going to be doing, wasn't it? Right, hang on. I need to go on here. Go on here. Go on here. Where is the song? Was this it? Yeah. No. How do I share this on here? There. That one. Send. I'm going to play an earworm of earworms for you guys. Just because Sindri dared me. Said do it or no balls. And I forgot. So I best send this one just for you lovely, lovely people. So blame Sindri for what is coming. You can blame Sindri for what is coming. After this song, it will play. Unless you delay it by adding other songs and I get unlucky. We'll see. Right, let's clean this up. I hope you're ready for this, Sindri. I really do. Well, you said before, do it or no balls. And I said, oh yeah, okay, I'll just play the earworm song now. And then forgot. So I have now loaded it. And it is the next song up in about a minute and 30 seconds. It is a very funny song, though. But yeah, so if we were to glue this in right now, we'd have this. Come on. And it would just be awkward to paint the sword. So, not doing it. Shoulder pad can be painted separate. Alright. Backpack. 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 Backpack gets those bits added. So, just got to make the backpack. The wing pieces. I need to confirm whether they want open face or helmeted. I'm guessing it's probably going to be open face because that's how he's depicted all the time. But they do have a helmeted version. Here it comes. Here comes the new earworm. Just for Sindri. Right, backpack building. Not every boat is a gravy boat. Be prepared to put the effort in. Is a drive-through. Oh no, we have ads in literally a minute. God damn it. But every Burger King is not a drive-through. No, let it go on, buddy. Let it go on. I know the people that are meant to hear this will, will hear it. Because, you know, they will. 21? Yeah, not every bank is a sperm bank. Just remember that. There we go. We have ads. uh... So not every boat is a gravy boat, and not every gun is a tattoo gun. Yes, I'm gonna be getting to the end of this build, and then I'm gonna have a decent break. Is a good song. Not every song has a satisfactory ending. And the worst thing is, I am very tempted to add that to the permanent playlist. Just to troll you. Just to troll you guys. But yeah, I will be finishing the build, and then I will be having a be finishing Salia. So, although I'm really enjoying it and I'm having a great time doing this shit, I will be having a break, and I will be going and lying down. All right. Okay, man. There we go. We're all back from ads, or we should be. So let's crack on and finish off this model. Not got much more that we will be building. Remember, a lot of this will be a case of built once paint, or built once painted. because there are details that you'd never reach otherwise. And honestly, I want to paint the detail on this. Therefore, a lot of it will be build after. Or paint after. Right. So that goes on there. So let's... This only had a top layer. Try and do it a bit more on screen. Right. How do these all go together then? That goes in there. Okay. Regardless, this backpack's going to be horrible to paint. Alright. That's up. And then this piece. Because what will happen is these arms line up and that marries. But we'll be painting it all separated initially. Because, yeah. Right, so in this side, this piece goes in there and in there. Oh my god, this is going to be fiddly shit. And I don't have tweezers anymore. Right, time for some fiddly shit. So, the other month, a couple of you may know, me and my partner decided that we weren't going to forcibly stay together. And she took the tweezers because she needed them. I don't. And now I need tweezers. Because fuck me. That's a tiny little bastard piece. Need to clean that up. We're getting there, though. We are getting there. This is one of the last pieces, I think. Because everything else starts connecting on pipe, pipe. Yeah. So I need to cut the pipes out and have the pipes separated. And then we need the back pieces done. I can make both heads. Might be able to do it where just you can pull the head off and plop the head in. Might do that anyway. Right. Right. Let's get this glued in. Ooh, right, okay. Yeah. Come on! What's wrong with these fucking tiny parts? Why are you now not working? Okay. Okay. We have an issue. Okay. Right. There we go. The backpack is now fully built. Backpack built. Now, we do have a lot of piping that goes to the backpack. Gonna check if it's unique enough to just have it clipped out. Yeah. Yeah, that's unique enough. So, there's that one. And this one. Right, and now we're on to this bit. That bit we can now clip out. All the wriggly bits. And oh god. Oh no. Right. Protect ourselves. Quick, everybody. Everybody hide. Badger's hit. I can hear myself as well. Oh, God. Welcome, Badger. I was lurking away. And the raid screen works. Woohoo! Thanks for testing that for us. It now works correctly. Alright. But yeah. For those that don't know, Badger is a variety streamer. Does do Battlefield in the evenings with us. I am regularly in there. I'm just not streaming. Also is doing Maneater, which is a fun short game that I am regularly laughing at. But today was Windrose. So yeah. And he's at the point where me and Sindri hit last stream, I think. Where it's, I need to farm everything. Oh God, no. Yes, you're doing Ghosts, the Ghost of Tsushima this evening. So yeah. See? Nothing, just saying, where we got to the other week, or I think it was last stream, where it was, we had just started getting enough iron in, and we needed everything else, and we had to go on a big farming spree to upgrade stuff. That's where Badger is right now. Oh. Yep. There we go. I need to build a better version of the raid bot that remembers what page we came from. Yes. So, that. Come here. That. Raid screen. Remember, always goes to gaming screen. Right, new one's done. You put Sindri in a box and he's off to the Marianas Trench. Off he goes. That leaf in the middle of the screen, Sindri, didn't help you. But yeah. Yes, Twitchception. Alright. Right, that piece is done. So that is a paint separate. Oh my God, look at some of these paint separates. This is, although it goes here, where does it actually sit? It sits like that. This is going to be a full paint separate. 100% this needs to be. Yep. But yeah. Cat vision. See, this is what they've been doing to me. I blame Sindri. Right. Let's clean up this without getting like my. Well, technically I do use OBS. Only blame Sindri. Or it could be only blame Sabu. It could also be OBK. Only blame Kadar. We'll change OBS's name to OBK. For God's sake, Claire. I should adjust that image, shouldn't I, really? Alright, hang on. Studio. Green screen. Right, hang on. I don't know why, but width is. Oh. Why is that out now? Bear with us. I'm just adjusting this on, guys. There we go. Done. It's now full screen. Only blame Sabu. Or Sindri. Or both. If in doubt, it's both. I know he was lurking. That's why I said it, was it? So here is it only blame Sindri. And everywhere else only blame Sabu. Oh god. Oh god. The sock walk cord. Okay. Yep. It wormed. God's sake. Oh, right. Now, what I will be doing tonight, guys, is setting up a piece for the stream that means I can, at the end of the stream, the one on YouTube will get a new thumbnail. The new thumbnail will basically be a case of the painting stream thumbnail. So, yeah. So, we will have that set up this evening. Alright, so I've just got one more bit to make, and then I will be finishing for the night. 42, 43, yeah, okay, all the 40s together. And again, why the fuck are they putting it on the head? God damn it, SpongeBob. God damn it. Now, luckily, these are all underneath, so don't care too much about the underneath. But if we're smart with this, which I'm going to try to be, we'll have two different hands that we can just flip and change out.
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did.
God damn it. Very close. Very close to a proper jump scare then. But still, Sindri, you tried. There's my reply. Alright, let's get this bit built. And the idea of this, if we build it right, the person can just drop it in and take it out when required. So they can have it armoured or non-armoured. It's up to them. It's just a shame we can't put a hair squig on him. Because remember, all orcs are bald. All of them. It just depends on how how big of a hair squig they've got. And there we go. The second head is now built. I'm going to place them both in my hand and see if I can get it to zoom in on them so you can see the difference. So that one. And then the armored helmet. There you go. Very, very hard to show those guys. But yeah, so plan. What I need to do is find some blue tack in the house so that I can pop these all on painted sticks. I don't know if there is blue tack in the house that I can use right now, because like I said, I have got another commission on that is off stream only. Now the reason that has eaten all the blue tack is that is not 1 or 2 models. That is a big paint job. But what I need to do is I need to sit down and make a bit of a decision on if it needs all that blue tack or not. Likelihood is it does. What I'm going to do is just grab this way so that we can show off all the parts. If we go that way. So, what
But
we've
daddy
built
is a
today.
state of mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm your daddy.
Well, Sindri. Could say something there. Right. So, one guy with his base on this guy, backpack, leg, body and leg, sword, chest piece, other arm, little bits, heads, shoulder pads, flamey bits. Do you think it's enough parts? We've still got one on here, guys, which is why I've not removed the sprue. Something that small, I don't want to cut out until I've got blue tack set up, ready to stab it on a stick. I'm pretty sure I'm out of blue tack enough to do what I'd do, which is irritating. If that is the case, I don't know if I can get it sprayed up tonight or tomorrow morning, ready for me to paint it, start painting it tomorrow. Because also getting out to somewhere that's going to have a big enough lump of blue tack, yeah, I could get to Tesco's and that. Don't even think I could get enough. So I need to see if I can get hold of blue tack to be able to do it. Other than that, guys, we are back tomorrow doing some form of painting. Fingers crossed I can get this at least started. I've already got it. I've already been and got it. It was one of those two. One of those two. So I've already been and got it.
Nice speech. Say goodbye to your legs.
But my legs don't work, Sindri. They don't work. But they don't work. But yeah, so few bits that I need to work on tonight. Got to make sure that I get all the parts that I need for this, which is majority blue tack. Whether I've got enough in is the question. I don't think I do. I probably should get more. But that'll mean going out to the shop first thing in the morning to get more. But yeah, one of those. We'll get onto it. There's loads that I want to do. Hopefully, we'll be painting some more of this tomorrow. I want to be painting this tomorrow because I want to try and get the base. Badger. Mushroom. Snake! But yeah. So, there's that bit. So, what I would like to do tomorrow, and this is if all goes well. I'll pull this over, because it'll be easier to point out. And then we'll grab our pointy stick of zip tie. And then, this bit. A little bit. Right. So, what I'd like to do tomorrow. Put it that way around so you guys can see it a bit easier. Right. So, the plan would be do the airbrushing on the sword. Do the airbrushing on both of these little fire pieces. Get all the blue basing done. Start shading up all the blue. Do all the colouring on the blue and everything else. And then that would probably be a day. That would probably be looking at 4 to 6 hours. Just that. The gold and all the tassels stuff, that is not a long process once you've got the blue sorted, and then it would just be a base. If we were doing non-metallic on the gold, that would be at least 3 or 4 days of streams. All this will be done on stream, guys. When it comes around to the base, we have got the majority of the base done. I will be putting a little bit of texture paint on what remains of the base. So we'll have texture paint going on around these edges just to really hide the edge of the base a little bit. We'll also potentially do a tiny bit of flocking to try and make a little bit of an improvement, but we'll see if it needs it right towards the end. But just to give you a rough idea of scale here, guys. Oh, come here. Stay. So, what have I got that can show scale for you guys as comparison? We'll use a mouse. This is not the biggest of mice, but that should give you a rough idea. It's about half a mouse in length. So it's not big. The problem is, it's hours of detailing. So when you look at what we're talking about, that gold detailing on the leg. Go that. All that detailing needs to be done on the leg. All of it. It is not a short process, guys. Once the blue's down, it's then starting to base out for the gold, which is actually a yellow or a silver basing, and then we work our way up in the gold. So there is a good amount of work left on this model. There's a good amount of work on both. But what the plan is you'd be hitting both at the exact same time. So doing the golds, doing the blues, doing any fire effects. Luckily, no fire effects on this one. Just the golds and the red scabbard. I don't see any red on him, but we do have the green on him. So there will be little bits that we'll be doing separately. But yeah, overall, we're now at a stage where I need to go and find the blue tack, which is now an interesting game because I don't think I've got enough in the house with a whole army currently stuck together, ready to be painted. Because we would have all these still on sticks, still on blue tack, whilst we're painting. So there is still a long way to go. Right. So we are back tomorrow. Don't know whether we'll be continuing with this project because it will depend on blue tack levels. Other than that, we will be back on... Hit that. So we'll be back definitely tomorrow with something. Not 100% sure. Hopefully it is this project if I've got enough blue tack in. If not, we might have to do another building project because there is another project that we do need to build up. That is a personal one, so it's less important. This is definitely more important for me. When it comes around to it, guys, we will be then back on Wednesday. Wednesday will be another Windrose stream as long as Sindri is okay with it and up for it as well. We'll be doing Windrose. Thursday we'll be doing GAC. However, here is where the change is beginning. On Thursday, once we have done GAC, we'll then be coming back to doing modelling stuff. So on Thursday, we'll do GAC, we'll get it out the way. I'll then probably have a 5 to 10 minute break to just have something to eat. And then, or it'll be throw something in the oven, then continue on with painting. So we'll start to do a lot more painting streams. Friday night, we're going to start a lot earlier, about 2 hours earlier. And we're actually going to do painting before GAC. Do GAC, and then it'll be raid out as usual. Saturdays is going to remain just podcast day. That is the day where I am able to focus a little bit on paints that are not on stream. So that's where they're going to be. It is majority Saturdays. Sunday is, again, a late night stream, except it will just be the late night stream on a Sunday. I'm not planning on extending that stream to start a bit earlier. I want to have Sundays for me, where I can do what I need to do. Now, I will be spending a bit of time away mid-month. I have got a Lego thing that I've been invited to by a very good friend of mine. They want to go to it. So I'm going to get dragged. Not going to really have a choice. It's going to be, oh, this is a Lego event. By the way, you're coming. So, okay. Then I think next month I've got another event similar. Not 100% sure yet. But basically, guys, I will be trying to do more. I am going to be trying to get out a bit more. If I'm going to conventions or anything that are accessible publicly, and I'm going, they're going to be known to you guys. I'm going to say, if you want to say hello, this is where I'll be. So, one of those. Right. Anyway, so we are going to raid out, guys. It has been a pleasure as always. Absolute massive thank you for the people today that have gifted subs. Holy shit, that was one hell of a way to start off the stream. I'm scrolling back a little bit. Bear with us. So, where are we? So, to Salia and to Urban Blight, they gave these subs. Thank you so much there. The bits from Urban Blight, the bits from Tompa, and then all the bits from you guys, Sindri, Claire, Salia, that have been terrorizing with the new fun controls that I've given you guys. MTG Godly, thank you very much as well for the follow. Where else are we? Thank you, Badger, for the raid. And I think that is everything. Apart from all the people that have been putting really fun stuff in the chat. Thank you for just being here, guys. It is a pleasure, as always, just to be able to stream here and have you guys just here and having a laugh. And that is a more important thing for me. So, let's click this button and have a look at what we've got. See who's on that I know, first of all. Ooh. What game are you playing? Okay. Right. Let's have a look at the same category. Let's see who's on. Alright, you know what? We're going to go somewhere fun. Where are you? Where are we? Do we go? You know what? Well, we're going to JoJoy. Thank you guys for being here today. Here is your raid messages. We're going to go raid over to JoJoy. Have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. I will be back tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see how everything goes. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be mayhem. Thank you so much for being here. We're already at 75 at 300 of the next R10. Thank you guys so much for the help today. You are always welcome to be here. You're welcome to lurk regardless. So have a great one. Cause mischief, cause mayhem. You have got the raid messages. Have fun, and I will see you very, very soon. Come on, send. There we go. It works.